my gosh, hey, you're here. It's so good to see you. Hope you're like having a super swell day. I was actually just about to make dinner and I figured since you're here, do you want to make dinner with me? Oh, okay, amazing. Okay, so what I was thinking is I'm kind of craving like Indian / South Asian inspired, so something along those lines. But also, I did a really intense upper body workout today. It was called Incinerator and I feel incinerated. My arms feel like Gumby. I'm just like, so I'm exhausted. But I need to eat still. Girls gotta eat, girls gotta get her protein. I'm aiming for about 40 grams of protein in tonight's dinner bowl, so that is the challenge. Let's just get into it, I say. I am going to be doing a high protein grain. We're gonna be doing a fusion of lentils and quinoa together. We're gonna make it a little bit golden, a little bit spiced. So we're just gonna combine a cup of rice and half a cup of yellow lentils, AKA moong dal. And I figured let's just add some fun spices. I've got some Better Than Bouillon. I always use this. Well, I often use it if I'm gonna cook rice or quinoa. It just adds a little bit of extra good veggie broth flavor. And I've got some spices. I figure let's add like 1/8 of a teaspoon of some cumin, maybe half a tablespoon of garam masala, like half a teaspoon of turmeric, and maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of some cardamom. I think that would be good. A little pinch of salt and pepper, and you've got yourself some nice, fragrant, warm, spiced lentil quinoa. Lentil quinoa is just more high protein than quinoa. So if you can make it more high protein, why wouldn't you, right? So let's just get that cooking on the stove. Only takes about 20 or so minutes for the quinoa and the lentils to cook up until they're nice and fluffy, tender, and chef's kiss. Okay, so the lentil quinoa, it cooks on the stove. So I figured while that cooks, we need to make a veggie of some sort. In fact, we're gonna make two veggies of some sort. I've got a big old cabbage here and I got some carrots. So I was thinking of doing some roasted Indian style cabbage. It has been a long time since I've made this and it is so good. I almost forgot how good it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop up about, I wanna say 6 cups of cabbage, and about 2 cups of carrots. I think this will give me 2 cups. I got 4 carrots here. And then we're just gonna transfer all that to a big old baking sheet, okay? And then we're gonna spice it up and season it. And I just splashed water all over the place with my wet hands. We're just gonna give it a little drizzle of some olive oil, about a tablespoon or so, just to help things crisp up and get nice and golden. And let's be real, oil makes anything tastes better. We're gonna add a tablespoon of some cumin seeds. I like the crunch they add and I just love the flavor of whole cumin seeds. They're just so fragrant and delicious. We'll add 2 teaspoons of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder. I think a teaspoon of smoked paprika would be good. A little pinch of salt and pepper to taste. Give it all a good toss. You can just toss it with your hands in the sheet pan. Set it aside for a moment once it's ready because we're gonna be popping something else in the oven at the same time to cook up, and that's gonna be our protein for this meal. This may look like a lot, and it is, but honestly, the cabbage really shrinks down a ton in the oven, so this is gonna reduce by probably 30 to 40%, which is fine. Okay, we're just like moving right along here. I'm impressed. We're just taking care of business here. So moving on to the protein. We need the protein because, like I aforementioned, the arms are hurting pretty bad right now and I need to recover. So we've got some tofu, we've got some chickpeas. We're just going to chop up a block of tofu into like little cubes, whatever size you feel like. And we're gonna rinse out a can of chickpeas. We should get about 2 cups, which is ideal. Then we're just gonna transfer that to a fine little baking tray. I've got some here soy sauce. Love this stuff because it's salty and delicious and makes everything taste better. So we're just gonna give that a little drizzle over the tofu and the chickpeas, about 2 tablespoons. Did you know this stuff actually has like some serious protein? Like 2 tablespoons of this stuff is like 6 grams of protein, which is wild. Who would have thought soy sauce and lots of protein? Not me. And speaking of protein, nutritional yeast. We're gonna add a bunch of that too because it adds good flavor depending on how you use it. Sometimes it can be kind of cheesy. like me. But not today. We're just going for the kind of umami savoriness. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, sprinkle it, and then just for some extra good flavor, we're gonna add 1/2 tablespoon of garam masala and 1/2 tablespoon of curry powder. We're going for simple and flavorful tonight, folks. In case you haven't noticed, that's kind of the theme of dinner tonight. We gotta have it taste good, but it's gotta be easy. Okay, cabbage and carrots, ready. Tofu and chickpeas, ready. We're gonna pop these in the oven. I've got it preheating at 400 Fahrenheit. We're probably gonna let these roast for about 40 minutes and maybe these for 40 to 45, just until these are nice and golden brown. I don't expect them to get too crispy because there's a lot of moisture, but that's fine. They're still gonna be a little bit more firm and slightly crisped. These, I'm gonna let them get kind of nice and caramelized and golden brown. That's what we're aiming for. Oh, by the way, everything smells ridiculously good. Oh, my arms are tired. Okay, so we've got to have some kind of sauce, a drizzle, a dip, if you will. And I was inspired by the yogurt sauce you often get when you are at an Indian restaurant. It's also called raita, and basically it's yogurt mixed with spices. Often it has like chopped herbs in it, cucumber sometimes. It's tangy and very like drippy and pourable, and it has like a cooling sensation because Indian food is often spicy. So let's make a nice cooling raita inspired sauce. It's not going to be super authentic, but we're giving a nod to raita because it's delicious and sauce is everything. I actually am already going to be breaking a rule. Okay, I'm not breaking a rule. I'm getting creative with what I have. I have vegan sour cream. Now, usually it's vegan yogurt that you use, like unsweetened. Actually, I should rather say traditionally it's made with like real dairy. So Indian yogurt, but since we're plant-based here, sour cream it is. Let's add a cup of this to a little bowl, and then we're gonna add something that I just came up with that I thought was rather clever. Some hemp seeds, because hemp seeds have protein, and this will kind of add interesting texture to the sauce. We'll see how successful it is. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna add like 3 tablespoons, I think. Let's add the juice of a lime, just for some extra tang, a little bit of interesting flavor. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin and 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. I think those will be really tasty. A little pinch of salt and pepper, and then we gotta have some fresh chopped herb. I've got some cilantro that I grew myself on my indoor garden. And oh my God, this is like so strong smelling, it's insane. Oh, it's good. So we're gonna chop that up real fine. We're just gonna stir that in as well. Now we're just gonna give that all a good little mixy to combine. Oh, that smells good. I can already tell though that it's a little bit too thick, as you can see. So we're gonna just, I don't know, I think just add maybe about a tablespoon of water at a time, just to thin it out, because this is supposed to be kind of more of a sauce than a dip. It needs to be a little bit more runny, a little bit more pourable and drippy. That is the more traditional texture. So I'm gonna try my best. We are getting there. We are getting there, people. Okay, that's more like it. Shall we do a sneaky little taste test? Could use a kiss more salt. Boink. That cilantro is banging. So good. Well, my work here is done. Everything's just cooking away. Sauce is chilling in the fridge. Now I'm just chilling. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, how about that local sports team? Yeah, they killed it. Weather's good? Yeah, weather's decent. It's spring, you know, a little rain, a little sun. Can't complain. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? What? You haven't? Oh my gosh. You just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I do all sorts of high protein plant-based meals. They're healthy, gluten-free, always. Yeah, grocery hauls, meal preps. Yep, absolutely. I'm here for you for your plant-based needs. I just want to be like your plant-based buddy. So, yeah. I'll thank you for subscribing. You're too much. Okay, people, the things have cooked, and look what I told you about the cabbage and carrots. Look how much that shrunk. I would say it probably shrunk by like half. but that's okay. It's, oh my God, so gorgeous. Golden, crisped at the edges. Yes, please. And that tray here of chickpeas and tofu. Lentil quinoa. I think this is gonna be a real gorgeous golden bowl. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you see this? Do you see what we have created? This is so beautiful. Like, it's just like golden, gorgeous goodness all in one bowl. Should I call this my golden protein glow bowl? Ooh. Okay, well, I think we should try it out first before I give it any names. Those chickpeas. Whoa, so much flavor. Really tender carrots and cabbage. I calculated the macros while I was, sitting around doing nothing. 41 grams of protein for this bowl, you guys. 41 grams, and this really only took me like 45 minutes to make all this. So definitely make this bowl. The recipe is below, check it out. This is definitely something you need in your weekly high protein bowl rotation. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and cooking with me tonight. I hope you guys join me again sometime soon. Make sure you subscribe below. I love you, and I'll see you in another video real soon. Mwah! Bye!